What do you guys make of Illinois?
Oh
Illinois
no!
is
After
really,
watching them the other day, I'm worried.
yeah, they cannot. Brad Underwood had a quote in a press conference. I think it might have actually been at Big Ten Media Day where he was like, "We are awful defensively. We cannot guard anybody." And then they go out against Ole Miss and they give up 91 points. They give up 50% shooting. They were 12 or 23 from three. Um, I can the talent is there, right? Like the Kasparis kid is going to end up being an NBA player, and it looked like Big Z's older brother is going to be effective, and um, your boy Ben Humrick is kind of struggled in the first exhibition, but like you can see the talent. Like there's pieces there. Will Riley's going to be a guy that ends up being a pro, but like I they have a ways to go, I think, before they kind of get to where we would expect them to be by the end of the season.
Yes, and Ben Hummerkaus. I got some pronunciations updated now, and it's Kasparis Yakuchonis.
Yeah,
It's a
but Jonas.
Yakuchonis, yes. Um, the great Derek Burson clarified that. Thank you, Derek. We love our SIDs, especially this time of year when we're jumping into everything. Hummerkaus was didn't exactly do my Dalton Connect take instantly well there with a bit of a cold performance against Ole Miss in the event that he had 2 points on 1 of 5 from the floor, but they shot 10 for 33 from three in that game. I do take something from that. You could sense that Yakuchonis is a guy that is going to get a lot of shots off because he took 9 of them to lead to second on the team. Gibbs Lawhorn, played well. Looks like he's going to make a leap. But Brad, uh, it's not like Brad played anybody in that game 35 minutes or 36 minutes. He did not. It was an exhibition game. My other takeaway is that I think Ole Miss is really potentially really, really good.
Year two Beard, year two Patino, and year two Chris Beard.
Yeah. Sean Padula had 8 assists to 1 turnover.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's really good.
that's an NCAA tournament guard. So I think for them, when you're not defending and then you're going 3 for 12 from three in the first half, things are not going to look particularly good. I don't care who your opponent is. And this time of year, we've learned you can't totally overreact to things. But I think for Illinois, like the question is, Kylan Boswell comes in here, and I think that he's had a good start to his college career, and it felt like when they brought him in, like we're all asking, is this going to work? Is this going to work? And then you're kind of asking that when you collect all the other pieces too. Illinois kind of fits into the classroom of portal what ifs. Like it's I liken it to if you put a team of 20, like 20 kids in a classroom in a chemistry class, but they're all in fifth or sixth grade. I remember my sixth grade chemistry class. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I had no idea what I was doing. I was horrible at science. And I was putting the things in the test tubes and we were dissecting the rat. And you're just like, is this going to work? I have no freaking idea. And it just feels like Illinois is one of the teams that are in that classroom in the school of like, what if Portal Village? They're kind of in the what if Portal Village. You trust the teacher. You trust their teacher. He's earned your trust. But who's the alpha? Do all the pieces correlate?
Mm.
Do all the pieces correlate?
Nobody's pressuring them like Ole Miss pressured them in the Big Ten. Maybe Penn State. Maybe Penn State. Maybe Michigan State will try, but nobody's pressuring them like Ole Miss pressured them. Some of the stuff that they were doing.
Ole Miss scored 91 on them.
Yeah, I know, but a lot of that's just because they were able to speed so much up. Yep. Right? You're not going to play at that pace in the Big Ten.
And outside of Penn State transition. The thing that I'm worried about, T.O., is a lot of these programs that bring in a bunch of transfers are doing it with guys that are 22 and 23, right? There's a lot of veterans and old guys on the roster. Whereas Illinois is like, look,
yes,
they got a couple of freshmen from Europe, and we've seen that time after time take a little bit of a reclamation process, right? They got a kid, Will Riley, who's like a top 25 prospect, 5-star kid. That's a reclassified kid, right? So he's coming to school a year early. The transfers they brought in, Kai Boswell is a junior, right? Trey White is a junior. So like you got some upperclassmen there, but Kerry Booth is a sophomore that is like you're betting on the potential there. Even someone like a Benham Ricketts was playing NAIA basketball 2 years ago. So there's a lot of
I'm gonna be honest with you with that kid. I'm not as high on 100. Like I know they were really fired up about him. That like you have to be able to create
and Humrick House.
Humrick House. Like you got to be able to create something, and that is a large step up. Yeah. Like going NAIA to mid to low, possible. Like you can still find ways. If once you get to the high major level, I mean, it's a different ballgame, and you have to be able to create some. I do feel like when a guy puts up massive numbers, the first guy we run to is a guy that did that and then immediately had success. I don't know, like there's not a whole lot of Dalton Connects in this world.
No. Like, there's a reason why his story was special, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, there's just not a whole lot of guys.
He went into the exhibition game in the NBA, right? And he had 20 straight points in the second half at one point. Like,
yeah, I mean,
just a bucket.
So good. But no, what I'll say is like, Yakachionis, like he's going to be much better in Big Ten play, much better because he's going to be able to observe. He's bigger. Ivisic is going to be good in Big Ten play where the game slows down a little bit. Like they literally, it was almost intentional. I'm sure it was because, such respect for Underwood, but like, let me go find a team that's going to pressure the dog shit out of us just to wake everybody up. And that's what happened against Ole Miss. Like he got the exact team that's going to hit their weakness probably more than anything. And then we're going to be able to fix those things before the season starts.
If you haven't heard by now, we have partnered with BetMGM Sportsbook. We're going to be using BetMGM lines to make all of our picks, and we'll have special offers for the listeners and the viewers of the Field of 68 throughout the year. If you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, you can use bonus code FIELD, and you will get up to a $1,500 first bet offer on your first wager with BetMGM. The best part, all you need to do is deposit and bet $10 of your own hard-earned money to be eligible. Here's how you make it work. Download the BetMGM app and sign up using that bonus code FIELD. Deposit at least $10 and place your first wager on any game, and you will receive up to $1,500 in bonus bets if your bet loses. Just make sure that you use that bonus code FIELD when you sign up. BetMGM is going to have some fun offers available throughout the NBA playoffs. Bet insurance tokens, odds boost, and what I love, a nice parlay booster too from time to time, as well as a ridiculous array of player prop bets for any sport that you could possibly imagine betting on. BetMGM is and always will be the king of the prop bet. So go download the BetMGM app, use the bonus code FIELD, and sign up today. And while I've got you, a quick request. The best way to support the Field of 68 content that you get for free is to engage with us. Rate and review the podcast. Like and share the YouTube videos. Tell your friends about us. It all helps in a world where the algorithm is king. And now, back to the show.